Welcome back, guys. David Harris here, and today we're working on this home here. Cedar shingles on all four sides, and then we're going to be coming over here, probably just use a soft wash factory booster pump and come through and do this whole fence, picket fence going all the way around. And yeah, nothing too crazy. And then we got Callum wrapping that hose right around, soft wash hose right around. And we got the blue hose here for the water. Got our red gun, rinse down everything with that. And pre-wet all this wood like you guys know. And yes, we're gonna use SH, and no, we're not gonna destroy the whole house using SH. Everything's gonna be okay. Not using our pressure washer yet. We may use it. I don't know. Probably not though. Probably just use everything we got out. Not really dual feeding, but kind of dual feeding the tank. Just want to get the most out of it, guys. I had nothing in this tank, and we're actually going to be doing this pergola too, which you're going to pull out a ladder to do the top of that. Yeah. What else we got over here? Nothing. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I'm just going to wet all the plants up. All here is hydrangeas. Wet all the siding and the windows, cool down all that glass, make sure it doesn't have any spots on it or anything like that. Even the glass around the corner, that's right. And yep, we're not cleaning inside the wood, we're just cleaning the top layer of wood. And we are going to be using our soft wash factory booster pump. We got our pressure switch all adjusted, and we're on a 4% mix on this one here. That should come out good. And what do we got on here? Got our shooter tip. We'll just start at the top. Nice and wet. Probably let that drip for a second. See what we have coming out of here anyhow. Oh yeah, that's a good mix. Alright guys, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you guys can see the job. And I just switched over to a fan tip because obviously I'm like right there in front of the shingles, and I'm using this wand to get up nice and close, and also to like get like in those bushes there, so I'm not spraying all over the bushes. Like, you just try to do it as least as you can. If you have to do it, you have to do it, you know. But you got to pre-wet and post-wet afterwards, because if you don't, you're gonna end up with a lot of trouble, a lot of burnt leaves, or even worse, a whole dead plant. You know, I mean, using a strong mix, guys, or even if you were using like oxalic acid, stuff like that, carbonate and everything, that can all still kill plants. Any chemical can, really. I mean, you dump enough Dawn on, you know, a bunch of plants, you'll probably kill it too. You know, that's not fertilizer, right? So I'm going to keep going on this job. Callum already wet this whole entire side over here up, as you can tell. So I'm just spraying away with the fan tip. And again, I get nice and close. I don't really like all this overspray everywhere. And we have this wooden fence here that need him to wet up. Be careful around that. And yeah, I mean, this job here is a pretty simple job, to be honest with you. These shingles are in pretty darn good shape as well, except on the back. We'll check out the back in a second. It's pretty black back there. This side here is the nicest side, I would say, other than the front. And yeah, I mean, yeah, you can tell the difference right there. But then afterwards, we're gonna see how great these shingles look as well. And again, we're using bleach, we're using SH, guys, on wood on Cedar shingles. And I know some people are going to say, oh, that's a no-no. But guess what, guys? I've been doing this for years. Been doing it probably longer than you. So, and I know people that have been doing it even longer than me. Been doing it for like 30 years. And, guys, man, they none of their houses are wrecked. I've been cleaning some of their houses, guys, you know? And I've been cleaning the same houses for over 10 years. So, and they're all cedar shakes. And they're all still got really nice wood on there. None of them are like curling or anything from that, or and they don't even curl from chemicals and stuff, guys. Just because they're not sealed and they're in the sun and they're in the weather and they're not sealed, they're going to be destroyed. So guys, it's not really like you're doing anything worse to it anyhow, because honestly, it's getting destroyed, hammered by, like, I mean, the ocean is right over here, guys. You know, like, people are like, oh, a little bleach is gonna take down that home and just completely crumble and disintegrate that wood. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, yeah, maybe if you just spray it with bleach and you've never even touched it with any water, like you didn't pre-wet or rinsed it off, and you just sprayed bleach and left it on there forever. Maybe, but I still don't even believe that. And honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go get a piece of cedar and throw it in a barrel of SH, and we'll take it out next year, and we'll see what that looks like. I know it's gonna waterlog it either way, but I just want to see, you know, like, you know, we'll go see how many fibers are left. All right, and yeah, I mean, guys, if you pre-wet it, right, you're filling up the wood with water, basically, like putting it at like a first grade level. You're filling it up with water, and then when you're spraying it with bleach afterwards, you're letting it penetrate for just a little bit on the top layer. So it's just ripping all that mold off the top layer. All right? So then when you rinse it, then it's all gone. Then it doesn't get to soak into the wood. If you left it there, yes, it would end up soaking in like the water did. It's not just going to say, oh, the water's there. It will over time. That's why you need to rinse extremely well. If you have like a 4 gallon per minute pressure washer or something, you're going to have to rinse for a good amount of time. Because I rinse for a long time, and we got a 10 gallon per minute booster pump and 8 gallon per minute pressure washer on the rig. But like in my red truck that you guys have seen, we have a 4 gallon, and we definitely notice the rinse time is up. So that's never too much fun, but hey, you know, it's not, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just rinsing, but you know, we like to, it just, you take it for granted what you have for some equipment. When you upgrade and you have to go back to what you were using or something like that, you know, and right there, boom, got me another job. She's like, oh yeah, I got your name off the truck. Yeah. Oh, and you know what she said to me? She said, you clean it with bleach, right? And I was like, we sure do. You know? And like, I don't know. I mean, some people know about it, guys, and like they're really into that. They're like, yeah, dude, I want it clean, right? Like, we know what cleaning agents are. You know what I mean? Soaps, stuff like that. You know? Not just straight water. I mean, like, do you wash your hands with straight water? If you do, I really don't want to, you know, introduce myself. Right? And guys, I mean, that's what it's all about, guys. That's why you really want to have your vehicle lettered up as well. Because say you're working like I am, and you may not have a card on you or something. Boom, take a picture of the truck, you know, or go grab my card, whatever. But you know how many people have just taken a picture of my truck and was like, yeah, man, I just seen you. I actually just did a job for like $1,000, and that was just because I actually no, it was $1,800, and that was just because I was driving, you know. So I do debate on getting the red truck lettered. I like my truck being my own truck, but it does seem to be part of the Allstate Mobile Wash crew now. So I think I'm maybe getting that thing lettered up for next year, just for advertising reasons, right? Just to, you know, get your name out there more. basically. And the guy that letters my trucks is 2 houses down from me that owns the business, and it's at his house, so that's not bad. So I'll be talking to him this week. And yeah, guys, this picket fence here, this thing is not crazy dirty, definitely dirty, and yes, that's a cop right there, that black truck there. I went and talked to him. He's like, yeah, it probably needs to be cleaned. So I just want to make sure that I could rinse off his truck, basically. You know, you shouldn't be just spraying people's cars, even with just water, right? Don't touch people's stuff without permission, because you wouldn't want somebody touching your stuff without permission, right? Most people really don't even care, but, you know, it is good to go ask him, especially if he is a cop. Right, because they're doing some road work here. But yeah, so I already applied all my mix, guys, to this picket fence, and now we're just X-Jet rinsing it. X-Jet rinses is probably the only thing I will do with a fence. I won't even M5 twist rinse it anymore, guys. Like, it's almost pointless. Fences need a little bit of pressure sometimes. I wouldn't say a ton. You should be able to just let the dwell time do it for you, but the X-Jet just helps out, guys. Or any like 40 tip or 25 tip if that's what you want, but probably 40 tip, guys. I'd go with a 40 tip. Or honestly, see, I was gonna take my booster pump and apply our 4% mix, or actually turn it down and probably put it to like 2.5 or 3% mix on this picket fence, but there was a lot of new plants around it, so I just wanted to do it with a light mix with the house wash mix. That's why we did it this way. And that is another reason too. Like, you could crank up the mix and spray these fences, and you don't need any high pressure. You don't need an X-Jet or anything like that, but you definitely need to melt it with a little bit stronger mix or multiple applications. I wasn't trying to I already had to do 2 applications to that whole entire fence, so I wasn't trying to do 4 of them. Right? So that's why we're using a little bit of pressure on it, and you can use pressure on vinyl fences. Not on vinyl siding, but on vinyl fences, if you do it right.
Alright guys, we're just finishing up. Cal, just rinsing one more thing off. Just finished up this, obviously, as you guys seen. This whole picket fence came out great. All these cedar shingles with a 4% mix. Gotta touch up right there. That little spot, that's nothing. Take the pump sprayer, hit that really quick, and we'll touch up this little spot right here. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Get this deck right here done. Get all our tape off and everything like that. The seat is looking good. Gutter's looking good. Windows still good. This gutter here needs to be wiped off. That's why you have to take a walk around, guys, because there's always something that you got to fix up. You know, like wipe off a little bit of this fence and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my brush, wipe that off. It's looking good though. Yeah, and then like I always say, guys, we don't tear off all the lichen and stuff like that on cedars. We let that stuff flake off and get them on the schedule of cleaning up their cedars for years and years, and then they start looking real good. This house is looking great, honestly. Under the windows, probably touch that up a little bit, and that spot right there under the pergola. So we got a few things to touch up, nothing crazy, luckily. Get to that, and we'll see you guys on the next one.